If you have someone who jabs and moves, you're going to find it quite difficult to just keep a long bridge. So it's far easier to allow the punch to come in, drop the lead hand in defense of your body. Short bridge is very much an idea where you're applying it against, in a martial context or a competitive idea, where, for example, you might have a boxer, someone that moves in and out, rather than a confrontation where the person moves at you and continues to move at you. You've got a situation where the person punches and moves out, so they're in and out. They're trying to draw leads from you and trying to put you into a position. That type of scenario, long bridge would work. It gives you position, gives you shape, but short bridge also gives you another alternative to follow them back, to chase in, to rush in with loss of contact. So the main difference that I want to point out first of all is that the boxer's jab doesn't stay forward, it retracts back, and that's the main difference because it comes back. Whereas a Wing Chun punch stays forward, so I punch forward because if he comes in on me, it allows me to punch again. It's a completely different idea. Very often the boxer's jab will whip back and draw back. So in a scenario like that, when I have my left hand and leg forward, as the jab drives forward, okay, it's quite disruptive for my bridge. I can move back to cover, but if he jumps back, so he jabs and jumps back, then the space is opened up. The problem with the space opening up like this is as I drive forward, he counter punches, I tend to walk into punches. Let's do that again, okay? So from this position he jabs, I use my long bridge to cover it, but as I now move back into rushing on contact, I walk into punches. So it's far better when you have a fighter who moves in, boom, moves away, to stick with them, move in, move away, to stick with them, move in, move away, stick with them. Obviously what I'm doing with my hands is quite dangerous. What I'm trying to illustrate is that as the punch comes in, I ride the distance and I follow them in with good footwork. How my hands move, and this is where the short guard comes into context, is that I allow him to drive in, therefore deceiving the distance. I keep the hand quite close to me. The closer the punch is, the better. Purely because it allows me to judge distance, but as he moves away, it allows me to follow and strike. So the lead guard acts as a draw. Very similar to the asking hand principle, where he punches, I allow him to come in, I cover the strike. As he moves away, I stick and follow. So as he comes in, 1, 2. A little bit faster, 1, 2. A little bit faster, 1, 2. A little bit faster, 1, 2. So the short bridge is often a guard which we use in more of a competitive environment, with a martial context, where you've got someone who's punching at you and moving. So in which case, I can counter punch. That was weird.